obtained by anyone. As per our Aadhaar Act, it can be obtained by any person. So it is not like other identity documents. Plus, all other identity document can be forged. One person can have multiple PAN card, one person can have a multiple passport, one person can have a multiple driving license also in different names. But it is very not difficult, it is impossible to have two Aadhaar numbers that I will explain later on. So it's a unique identity. What was envisaged is that it should be unique, it should be robust enough to eliminate ghost, fake, and it should be authenticated online anytime, anywhere. Like PAN card you can't authenticate, passport you can't authenticate, driving license you can't authenticate. But as you can see on the presentation, it is robust enough to eliminate duplicate, can be verified and authenticated in easy and cost effective way. So if we move to the next slide, next one, Aadhaar enrollment. I think most of you raised against Aadhaar or you informed that, but I think everybody would have Aadhaar. Is anybody over here is not having Aadhaar number? No. See. So whenever you must have gone for the Aadhaar enrollment, your photograph is taken, your 10 fingerprints are taken, 2 irises and demographic information. What is demographic information? Your name, date of birth, gender and address. Optional information are mobile number and email address. Only the minimal information was taken when you have enrolled for Aadhaar. Demographic information are not much useful for UIDAI. They are kept with your Aadhaar number. But with the biometric, already existing 118 crore biometric, your present biometric need to be matched, and if there is no duplicate available, then only Aadhaar will be issued. It is not like that if you have enrolled for Aadhaar, you will get the Aadhaar. If second time if you go for any Aadhaar number enrollment with some different name, different address, different gender, then also your biometric will be same, and our system will identify, okay, you have already enrolled and you have enrolled with this EID or enrollment ID, and we will immediately, maybe not immediately, but within 4-5 days it will be found out, and you will not be issued a new Aadhaar number. So the team B was arguing that one person was having two Aadhaar. It is not possible because it is biometric based. So biometric 10 fingerprints, each fingerprint is matched with 118 crore database. Each iris is matched with already existing 118 crore database. That's why Aadhaar generation takes time. So it is 1:n matching. Then only Aadhaar gets generated. So it can't be deduplicated. All other identity you see, there is no biometric, there is no deduplication process. But it has a proper deduplication process. So next, this is the only thing what I have explained, only a random number. So Aadhaar is a random number. So it is not like profiling is done, means this series is given to these people, this series is given to these people. This is a purely random number. Anybody can have any number. All children can apply, even a transgender can apply. It is unique. One person, only one Aadhaar is issued. Minimal data captured, only minimum data is. You see, name, all the people knows, address, all the people knows about you. Then the gender, date of birth, and what optional mobile number and email address. That is optional. If you don't want to give, you can't. You are not required to give it. Then authentication is possible anywhere, anytime. Enroll and update anywhere. You can update and enroll for Aadhaar from anywhere. Means if you are from Bengal, you can enroll in Maharashtra. So you have to just give the POI and POA. Doesn't confer the citizenship rights or any entitlement. Aadhaar number is not proof of citizenship. It's just a proof of residence. Residence has some definition in our Aadhaar Act. So we don't collect any religion, caste, whatever language or anything. Okay? Next slide. How we authenticate. This is just a yes or no authentication. That team B was mentioning about this authentication. This is different than that. That was biometric authentication. In here, Aadhaar number along with any of the biometric or demographic or the OTP is matched with the Aadhaar number provided. Then only we will send a response that yes or no. ठीक है, this is just a yes or no response. It will not have any your information. It will just verify, okay, if we have issued the Aadhaar number and the person coming in front of you is the same person or not, like that. So next is the eKYC based authentication. It is based on the earlier authentication. If the person is authenticated, then we will provide eKYC. It is Aadhaar based eKYC, that we will provide name, date of birth, gender, address, photograph, phone and this thing, along with the photograph is already mentioned. This is eKYC is digitally signed eKYC from UIDAI. So it is verified already and it is valid for as a POI and POA. It is electronic form of POI and POA. Suppose say if you go for a mobile connection, or if you want a new mobile connection, you will give the documentation. If you give your passport copy, that retailer can make 10 multiple copies of that passport and can issue 10 SIM card to anybody on your name. And whenever that other 9 card get misused, you will be caught. But here, if you have to give your biometric, maybe OTP based is also there, but you give biometric, you are get authenticated, retailer will receive the digitally signed eKYC from UIDAI. It will be kept with him only. He will directly submit to the telecom companies and you will be issued the SIM card. But he cannot duplicate it, because if he want to issue the new SIM card, he has to take your biometric, your consent. So that way, it is making you secure. See that. Plus, the cost of acquisition is also reduced. So they were discussing about cost and all these things. There are direct cost benefit also, indirect cost benefit also. This eKYC is also accepted by banks for the Aadhaar based bank account opening. Earlier for the bank account opening, they have to take the documentation, they have to verify the customer, they used to go to home and then verify and all these things. But in this case, they no need to verify anything. Aadhaar is authenticated, they will immediately open account. So earlier they used to take 400 to 500 rupees for opening up one account. But now because of Aadhaar, they are only 10 to 15 or 20 rupees maximum they are incurring on one bank account opening. So it is a saving, it is national saving of our country. So you see how useful it is. Plus the account opener or account number holder is verified. Now you must have heard that a bank account is made mandatory and mobile is mandatory. They were arguing about that also. So why it is required and all these things. I will tell you, you now know enrollment. One person is enrolled, he only will get authenticated, and now the bank account linking is also made mandatory. So every bank account will be authenticated. So the person exists and he has only taken the account, or he has only taken the mobile SIM card number. When I was in the Department of Telecom as an enforcement directorate, I used to get complaints and from some real life example I'll tell you. Complaints from a lot of people. They used to come to me. They have been duped because of some tower fraud. You must have heard it. But what used to happen, the fraudster used to give advertisement in a newspaper. If you have a space for the tower, just let us know on this mobile number. We will install a tower. You will get 90 lakhs as a deposit, 90,000 as a rent, and some people were telling that okay, you will get job also. So what they used to do, generally farmers, people, poor people, they don't know, they don't understand that much. They just call and okay, I am getting 90 lakhs and I will get 90,000 rupees. So he used to call the people on the mobile. They will just ask, okay, you just send us your address. We will check and we will let you know. He will SMS the address, the farmer or the poor person. That fraudster will then send a big document to his address that okay, we have surveyed your location and it is appropriate for installation of tower. They will send color copy of all these things and they will say okay, because we have surveyed it, we require 4,500 rupees from you as a survey charge. Later on you will get your application is approved. So the farmer will think okay, okay, 4,500 rupees is not much, I am getting 90 lakhs, I am getting 90,000 per month. So he'll go and deposit in some bank account. It's a person name. Then later on he will receive big documentation again with the government stamp, with the Idea Airtel logo and their application, okay, we are ready to install your tower at this such and such place, and they will give the photocopy of this thing, check also, 90 lakhs check, photocopy. Is of no use, we know that. But they think, okay, I am going to receive 90 lakhs rupees. What the letter will say, we are ready to transfer this amount, just give 2.5% as a government charge, government tax. So deposit 25,000 rupees. Farmer will say, okay, okay, I will deposit 25,000 rupees. They goes for deposition 25 rupees. Again, they will send, okay, I have to send the tower material, transportation charge is required, GST is required, lot of things. So I have seen people who have been duped with 3 lakhs to 4 lakhs, even 7 lakhs also. They have taken a loan from some saukar and all these things. They have taken a loan from bank and they deposited the money. Now they used to come to us. We used to tell them, okay, this is a police matter, you go to the police. What police will do? They will check the mobile number, they will check the bank account. Mobile number, if they check it, it is on the false documents. So the person can't be traced. Again, if they go for the account opened in the bank account, moment they transfer the money, it will get transferred to 10 different bank account and it will get withdrawn from ATM, or it will go to the some out of country. So the bank account doesn't have the documents, proper documentation. Suppose if these mobile numbers have been issued to a Aadhaar verified person, will it be possible for that fraudster to give this mobile number on a newspaper? Because he knows I'll get caught anytime, anywhere, because his photo is there, his biometrics are there, his demographic information is there. Will that person open a fraud account in a bank with this Aadhaar number? Not possible. So you see, it has multiple advantages. This is one of the advantages. That day I was talking to Collector Daman. He was giving his experience on some kidnapping. One person got kidnapped and the family used to get calls from different locations, all over India. And one from maybe Lucknow, one from Bangalore and like that. And one SIM card is used only one time. And they throw it. But that SIM card will not have proper documentation, person can't be traced. But if it is Aadhaar authentication, based SIM card issued to that person, he will not dare to call to that family with that SIM card. So you think of it, it is required. Why it is required? Because of our own safety, our own national security, our own safety. A lot of poor people are there in India. They don't understand. So we have to make them educated. We are educated people. So this is the authentication and the enrollment. Let's move on to next slide. So this is the Aadhaar authentication ecosystem. So they were telling that it can be breached and like that. So when enrollment is done, Team B was talking about that. When enrollment was done, we take biometric, we take demographic information. Biometric information are not accessible to anyone. Let me tell you clearly, it is not accessible to anyone from any network, whether it is internet or anything. It is secured, it is kept in a bunker, like a bunker area. Missile cannot also penetrate that bunker. And it is managed by CISF people. So biometric information cannot be leaked. So there is no access, so you can't leak it, can't hack it. Then this is auth server. The converted form of biometric is kept in this authentication server. CIDR was there, the enrollment was happening, it was CIDR, Central Identity Data Repository, someone was mentioning. It is with the biometric information, it cannot be accessed by anybody. Authentication server is accessed, but with the secured lease line only. Some ASAs are there in the periphery. They only can access our server, and ASA has to take AUA, KUA, need to come to ASA, they will access our server. So these authentication is happening on the converted form of a biometric information. So see, it is very secure, biometric cannot be, this thing cannot be hacked. It is not like that, 3-layer authentication is there, 3-layer encryption is there. So AUAs are encrypting, authentication service agency, the one you can see on the periphery, they are encrypting, and then the devices are also encrypting the packets, and then only they are sending. So it is very robust system. Next please. We also are already informed that we don't collect purpose, location or detail of the transaction. Total till date 1290 crore authentication performed, and right now we are doing 4 to 5 crore authentication per day. So our response time is 200 to 300 milliseconds. It is very fast for authentication. Then you can see some facts and figures. The total Aadhaar generated 118 crore, authentication transaction 1290 are already. eKYC transaction 355 crore, Aadhaar linked to bank account 54 crore. Okay, next. Next please. So use of Aadhaar. Aadhaar as an identifier, I have already explained that deduplication can be done. So like in PDS, you can see the benefit will be given to the right person only. Then the regular transfer, LPG transfer, they have already explained. Manila workers can get direct benefit in their account. Then the NSAP, pension beneficiaries. Then authentication based service delivery like ration card authentication, then only service will be delivered. Income tax return, now you don't need to go send ITR file, income tax return form to this thing. You can directly verify with Aadhaar, and you can generate to OTP based. Jeevan Praman, the one who is pensioner, they used to give in the November month only, they have to give the Jeevan Praman, go to the doctor, get the certificate, submit it to the bank. Now with the Aadhaar, they don't need to go to the doctor, don't need to go to the bank, they can just authenticate themselves, and they will get Jeevan Praman. So it is beneficial to resident also. You are getting fast service, you are getting easy service. It is not like that, okay, you have to go multiple places. Just you have to enroll. Telecom SIM card, you already know, Jio, lot of people must have taken. It is the best example for the Aadhaar based eKYC. Next please. This is about digital payment, Aadhaar payment bridge. These are the, I just told you that Aadhaar is the foundation on which all of services are built. These are the services built on Aadhaar as a foundation. This is APB, in which money can be transferred directly to the Aadhaar number. No bank account number is required, no IFSC code is required, nothing is required. You just transfer the money to the Aadhaar number, it will get deposited to the Aadhaar bank account. Then Aadhaar enabled payment system, AEPS, in which through the micro ATM, you can withdraw or you can deposit money into your bank account with the Aadhaar number. Its facility has been made simple. This thing we have seen in rural India, in AP, it is used very conveniently. In the rural India, in the Mumbai, you can go anywhere and you will get ATM machines, but in rural area, you will not get any machines. There, the business correspondents have handheld machine in which they will enter the Aadhaar number of a resident, they will authenticate themselves, and amount they want to withdraw, it will get withdrawn from that account. So it is authenticated properly. With that, because of this AEPS, this facility has been made available to the pensioners. So they are getting service at the doorstep. One who cannot walk can get his pension at his home only. Then Aadhaar Pay. This is also a unique way of payment. What more time I have, because okay. So Aadhaar Pay is also one more application built. Then e-sign, digital sign, that is one more application. This is a unique way, unique solution provided. So it is in information technology, as per Information Technology Act, it is accepted as digital sign. If you have to take digital sign, you have to spend 7,000 to 8,000 rupees for one sign. But e-sign, you can sign with 5 or 10 rupees only. Aadhaar enabled biometric attendance system, that is one of the benefits. Jeevan Praman, I have already explained. Mobile SIM, I have already explained. Income tax return is also explained. Ease of getting passport, they have already explained. So next. So this is the saving. They were talking about this thing. This is the direct saving. 57,000 crore have been saved because of Aadhaar till date. They were telling about 8,000 or 9,000 crore spent by Aadhaar, but saving, you see the direct saving is 57,000 crore, and that is the figure, official figure. This is direct saving. Indirect saving, I tell you, the bank account opening and mobile SIM opening, the system is earning, that is different thing, that is indirect way of saving. But this is the 57,000 crore is the direct saving, and you know that. So 8,000 crore is nothing in front of 57,000 crore, and you can see on 31st March the saving was 36, and in 31st March 2017 it is 57,000, so it is 13,000 in a year, because with the limited services rolled out. If more services will roll out, it will go much higher than that. Next, these savings will be utilized for what? For citizen only, for right to education, for the farmers, for this thing only. So the people were telling that okay, the farmers we have to concentrate on this thing, but this saving will be used for these people only. Next, please. So data privacy, I don't think so. A lot of people will be interested in this thing, but we collect minimum data, use and purpose is sharing is minimum. Next, please. So no profiling in Aadhaar. I already explained. Consent-based authentication. Our Aadhaar authentication, person need to give a consent, then only authentication will happen. It is not like that anybody can take your Aadhaar or biometric. You have to give consent, then only your authentication will happen. That is made properly in the law. Then sharing, we cannot share the Aadhaar. The people were telling that sharing. We even don't share to police authorities. I receive 10 to 12 letters from police authority. I need Aadhaar number, information of these people. We don't share. So your privacy is protected. We don't share. Only with the order of district judge. Lower court cannot also order us to give the information, your information. So your information is properly protected. We don't share with anybody. Or if you are given demographic, and that too what we will share, only demographic information will be shared. Biometric information will not be shared with anybody. If you say, if I say that okay, I want to share my biometric, then also we will not share to anybody. To anybody or not to you also. So the proper protection of sharing of information is taken care. So right to privacy, you have heard this thing about right to privacy. It is also taken care. Next, please. So the security is one is legal part. The UIDAI system has been declared as a protected system, under which if anybody hack or crack that system or tries to hack or crack, he will get 10 years imprisonment, and any other penalty or any other this thing is that in which you get 10 year penalty is if you attempt to murder. That gives the 10 year penalty. So it is declared as protected system. Then specific provisions are there. Technical measures, we are taking a lot of technical measures, end-to-end security with 2048-bit encryption. Then physical security, CISF people are monitoring our system. So security is also taken care, and the data privacy is also taken care. Next, I think with that I have any questions, otherwise I can.
We are not left with time for questions.
I know.
Is there anybody who has a very difficult question that you or a question that you want to be answered immediately? Any pressing questions?